On today's podcast, I'm going to be sharing the number one automation for your business. Hands down, the most important one I believe that you should have. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that we've got a free download to go with this podcast today. It's the top 5 things to automate in your business. So if you head over to the show notes or go to the freebie section of the website, you'll be able to get your hands on that PDF. It's very simple. It's very easy to follow. The idea is just to give you the tip of the iceberg, to not overwhelm you, but just give you some ideas about how you can automate things in your business. And also other things that are coming up in Christian Women in Business is we have our live workshop coming up on the 17th of August of how to market your eCourse. So if you're thinking about doing an eCourse or you've got one in the pipeline and you're wanting some ideas of how to market it, go and check that out. I can't remember how much it is, but there is a cost to it, but it is live and it'll be via Zoom. So get into the number one automation for your business. Obviously, I run the Automation Girl, so I kind of really love automations. I live and breathe it in that business. I set it up for clients, teach on YouTube and all different kinds of things. And this is one of the first automations I ever set up in my business, and it's stuck with me ever since. And I still believe it's the most important automation you can have in your business for various reasons. So I'm going to share with you what the automation is and go through the reasons why I believe it's so important. And if you're going to set up any, this would be the one. And the number one automation, drum roll please, is your email marketing newsletter. Now, it could be a newsletter or it could be an opt-in, but just one kind of email marketing automation on your website for your business. And the reason why I think that automation is so important is because it's going to be the thing that builds your email list. And your email list is the one piece of marketing that you own 100%. It's all yours. And I can tell you from our experience, both in the Automation Girl and through Christian Women in Business, that emails have been the biggest conversion for our sales, more than any other marketing that we've done. So if I send out a social media post versus sending out an email, I will make sales from the email 10 times always than what I will when I send out just a social media post. So what I'm trying to do from social media is sell the freebie and also obviously let people know when membership intakes are open or whatever it is. But when I do an email launch, it's guaranteed that the sales will be bought through that over the social media. Obviously, we can be clever with ads, but Facebook can change, Google can change at like a second a day, and it's so hard keeping up. Sometimes you can put content up, sometimes they won't let you put content up, they take content down, or your reach really just depend on how their algorithm works at that particular time. Where email marketing is completely and 100% yours, that you can take to any email marketing platform, upload it, import it, and start emailing people. And you get to see and talk to people directly in their inbox. And it also means that you can build that relationship with them far more easier. And of course, than social media, but also there are a few tricks, of course, to get you in front of people's inboxes and not going into spam. But you completely own it. If something happens, if Facebook pulls itself down, you can always contact your people through your email. So for me, that's the number one automation you should have for your business. If you have none, aim just to set that up, put people to it, get their email addresses, give them value, and it's just something that you 100% own. It's an asset to your business. It can be sold with your business if you want it to, or you just own the rights to it outright and no one could ever get their hands on it, but it's yours. It's something that can keep happening whether you're there or not. It can be completely 100% automated once set up. And if you wanted to add nurture emails to it, you can, or you can send your weekly broadcasts, whatever it is. But email marketing is the number one automation for your business that I highly recommend that you set up. So we each month release e-parcels as part of our membership. And in those e-parcels, we do have businesses how-tos. And a lot of this year, for the second half of this year, we're going to be focusing a lot on automation and a lot on email marketing. So if you're thinking you'd really like to learn how to do it, then love to invite you to become a member and find out more about our community. Obviously, it's going to be very simplified, step by step, broken up, so it's not overwhelming. And each month you can just concentrate on adding the next thing to your business in the automation and marketing world. But hands down, probably the most important thing, like taking you behind the scenes of our business this half of the financial year, I guess, like going forward in the new financial year. And for the past few months, we've really been focusing on driving people to our email list through all different kinds of opt-ins, lead magnets, whatever is the vocabulary you might use. And we are finding that we've had a dramatic increase in our email list, and we're now implementing more nurture sequences and nurturing emails. And I believe it's going to positively impact our business. And that's purely, we've always had it there, but since Facebook have just been changing so much, I just think it's just never been so important to grow your email list and to have an asset that you completely own that's to people who are interested in your brand, in what results you can give them and learning from you. So you might already be on our email list and you might notice that there's some things different happening, that we're sending more emails out. And I've taken a break, I've taken a plunge and taken a break from social media, and putting that inspiration and time into sending out emails and more or less similar content of inspiration and encouragement, but just doing it through email, because I know that I'm going to have a higher engagement rate and open rate in my email than I have what Facebook will put out to our followers. So that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. Who knows where this might go, but I strongly believe it's worth trying. I'm not going to be wasting our time on a medium that isn't going to get our encouragement and inspiration out there to the women who need it. I'd rather focus on something that's more effective. And I just hope that that encourages you too. So I will be giving you updates of how this is going and what results we've seen. Also going to be hitting up YouTube a lot more with the Automation Girl, as we take or as I lower the social media posts for the Automation Girl too, and focus on SEO, YouTube, and building up our SEO on our website for the Automation Girl too. So watch this space, because this is a complete experiment. I'm going to see how it goes, and I will keep you informed. And either way, if it hasn't worked, then we will all learn something together. And if it has, then I hope that it encourages you to be working more on your email marketing. If you are a lady who's busy and you're just like, SJ, I just want that stuff done for me, feel free to hit us up at the Automation Girl. We can look at different services and things that we can do to create email funnels in your business. Otherwise, you can learn again through our e-parcels, and don't forget to download our free ebook, Top 5 Things to Automate in Your Business. And you can find that from the show notes and on the freebie section of our website. So I hope you found that valuable. I hope that it sparked your alarm of how important it is to be growing your email marketing and to set up that email marketing automation, at least one, and also just inspiring you to think about automation in general in your business. Especially if you're an established business, this might be an area that you haven't looked at yet that could really add sales and kind of give you that extra push. I'm SJ. You're listening to the Christian Women in Business podcast show, and I'll catch you next time.
The Christian Women in Business podcast is proudly supported by the Administration Agency, administrationagency.com.au.